Born Loud EP by HOL. As said previously, not the best, not the biggest fan. Yo, Flix is in the chat! Give a round of applause for Flix. One of the greatest producer of rhythm that I've ever had the chance to stumble upon. Wow, shout out Flix for real. I have your shirt, but it's like in the laundry thing. Born Loud EP. All basic. I feel like he stepped down. I fell in love with him in 2020, 2021, and since 2023, it's a bit like popular rhythm. But hey, I've heard Slim Shady. Not gonna review this one, but gonna review the rest. HOL. Okay, intro. Not too much. Chill, nice, but could have been a lot more. No phone. Okay. Okay, at least it's not too basic. Sub is a bit too loud. I would crank up the basses to give them more space. But other than that, kind of cool idea. I would have taken away the late drop, by the way. This ruined the drop for me. With the big riser and all. The sub sounds great. It's really crunchy. It's just too loud compared to the bass. I want to hear more of the bass, you know? But nice flow still. Like, I gotta respect that. At least it's not the basic whole bass in quarter note pattern. Hopefully a bit different. Just a little bit, hopefully. Let me orgelorg it. Make an orgelorg reboot of this song. I bet your ass. It's a little bit the same than the previous drop. I'm pretty sure live this goes crazy just because of how loud the sub is. This must crunch people's bone. But because the basses were a bit melodic, so I would have liked to hear them more. To give it more of a melodic rhythm vibe, you know? I would have loved that, but it felt more like just a stomper, like just a with a lot of noise and distortion on the sub. I'm giving this 6 out of 10. It was different than what he used to do. He does normally, so I gotta respect that. Mixed down, it was clean. It sounded great. It's just I would have liked to personally hear the basses more than the sub. But hey, that's just my taste. And a bit too repetitive. It was the same pattern all the time. So like, the pattern was not too boring, but just for 3 minutes, too much. Slim Shady, I reviewed it. I've listened to it. Good song. Like, good song. I like, whoa, 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 whoa. The Honara collab, VVS. Love Honara. He's been on my channel all the fucking time since the past 3 months. I love the synth, or not the synth, but just like the... I don't know what you should call that, but like, I love that. Creepy vibe. Chill drums. But his intros and build-ups are pretty like it's never impressive, I feel. It's a very like, a bass, a synth, a melody, and then a build-up with a riser. And always with a late drop. He always has late drops. He should calm down on that. Okay. I hear the Onara. The main bass sounds like Onara, but the flow sounds like oh. This is whole dub. But see, the structure of this song is really similar to the previous one. The sounds are different, but ooh, I gotta say, this is pretty fucking thick. Ooh. I do agree the clap is a bit much. But this is a bit more heavy compared to the other one, so heavier, you put a clap a little bit more like, more snappy, more whereas the chiller song, you put like a more toned down clap. I'm not a music producer like you know, so I don't know. I know you studied music, so I don't have anything to say against your will. See, late drop with the riser. It's the same recipe always. Like the sound design, I fucking love that. It's just the structure of the song that it just like. Like this is heavy. Like this in the show, I would love it. I can't lie, I would love it. But I wouldn't play this on my own, you know. But if this was played, I would be like, ooh. Oh, but this is so heavy, it's hard not to like. Oh. Oh. I'm tempted to give it a like because it's so. But I know I'm gonna forget it about this song in a few minutes. It's just a big stomper, a big like wah wah wah. But again, I think the reason I almost liked it very much is because Onara was there. Because you hear the structure of the song is the same structure HOL uses in all of his songs. Almost. There's a few exceptions, but like I love HOL in this era, and this era, and this era, not the recent era. Thanks for saying I have a good ear, man. That's nice to hear from you. I appreciate that. I'm doing my best. You know, I've studied music production a little bit, but never really got far. But Benga's the best. Hey, I'm gonna take your words, man. If not, you owe me a $5 dono. I love the muffled, like the cutout sub, and then the sub hits fully. I was about to say kind of a good intro, but then you bring the riser again. He uses riser all the time, always.
Fucking banger.
Oh, this might be a bit better. This sounds like Earthbox. Oh. See, this is a bit better. I love the flow. I love the sound. Structure is the same again, but holy shit. The sub crunches, but not too much. It's loud, but not too much. Bro, it's crazy how much there's many people on TikTok and like no one on Twitch. That is insane. Again, the mix down is good. It's just the structure is the same. This one I like it because it's a bass I haven't overheard, and it's a flow I haven't overheard. But I gotta be honest, it's still not the most unique thing. It's the same structure, The small build-up, riser for the a small intro, riser for the build-up, pattern for the basses, an outro, another drop, and his second drops are mostly the same as the first one. See a little bit of different, slight difference. It is a very safe EP. Oh my god, I love that term. A safe EP. Yo, that is cool. Because like it is a simple EP, sounds great, heavy. Most of his fan base will like it, but it's not the most revolutionary thing. I love that word, man. Safe EP. Well, okay, I'm gonna give this 8, but I am biased. I think in terms of sound design and flow, it's a bit better than the other ones, but in terms of structure, it's still the same thing. So a bit more respect for this song, but not that much, but I just love it. I just feel it. So I'm giving 8 because of my taste. It's really more my taste, and it's something I haven't overheard. My brain's not saturated on that sound, whereas the other one's a bit. But I gotta say, still very HOL-esque. Now, HOL and Eptic malfunction. I don't like Eptic's music. I like his branding. I like all of his artwork. Music, mainly dubstep, only dubstep. We're listening to tracks. I'm not taking requests for now. At some point, maybe, not now. Like, bro, this is a pretty cool artwork. Low key, it's fucking clean. Which is what it's that, because I'm tempted to listen to Eptic's music when I see his artwork, but I'm like, I know I'm not gonna like it. And then I listen to it and I'm like, ugh. What's going on? See, it's the same structure. Intro, perks, synth sub. Just the synth, melody, riser. Oh, there's no riser there. Well, a little riser. No, never mind. There is a small riser in the back. It's the same. Doesn't mean it's bad. It's just repetitive.
Malfunction.
And his late drops is always the melody and then boo boo boo. Okay, wait. There's a layer I like. I think this is Eptic's layer. But like, nice switch. Okay, nice switch. I love that. But the main bass of all, it's always the same. Oh, this switch as well. For the first time, I think I love a song because Eptic is in it. Because I hear everything from all the just basic quarter note that he does in 95% of his songs, but like the layers and the basses on the switch, I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. I'm tempted to like it. Because I sincerely don't think there's ever been a song from Eptic I dropped a like on, ever. Like, ever. This one slaps, bro. Mixed down is tight, by the way. But like Eptic, you know, knows how to do it. For a long time.
Malfunction.
Could have trashed the late drop again, but you know, it's old. This one feels so much louder than all the other ones. The mix down has just blown away compared to all the other tracks. Oh. Oh. Love this switch. You know what? I'm liking it. Late drop is festival music. I know, bro. I love this one. 8 out of 10 as well. Just because of the mixdown was so fire. Structure again was the same, but those little... I'm pretty sure it's Eptic's part. There's no way HOL just pulls out with that move out of nowhere. I'm pretty sure this is Eptic's contribution, and this is what I love the most. Because the basic HOL flow, HOL pattern, HOL structure, you know. About late drop is festival musics. I always thought that artists should just do tracks with no late drops, and then when you're trying to do a set, you do a late drop edit. Because they're like never in like listening to music in my ears, I enjoy late drops. Or sometimes the late drops, or when it's really well done, sometimes I'm like, wow. But most of the time, especially in just rhythm, it's like, dude, they all do it nowadays. So like, it's so not impressive, you know? Like you don't expect the drop and be like, oh my, like you expect it. It's always a late drop. Now we got I think I preferred the Eptic one than Banga, honestly. Like just the sound felt fuller, really, like really more powerful. Okay. Again, don't have anything to say. The intro is pretty much the same as the others. Kinda cool. I don't really like the ba 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 ba. I think there's another flow you could have done that would have been more vibey. I love that it's a lower tempo though, that's interesting. But again, sound design is big, distorted sub with a whole bass. And again, the structure of the song, same thing. Just tempo is different, flow is different, but same idea. But I respect this a little bit more because he tried something different. We can't ask too much off of him, you know? This one is actually better than most of the other ones. Just not my vibe necessarily, but really more interesting. But as it is, you still feel that it's the basic HOL. How many did I like? I like 2. Yeah. And then we have Distorted Disco. Bonus track. Excited to hear that. Well, not too excited, but a bit. I don't know if saying bonus gives a bit more excitement for people, but oh my god, I made $2 off this stream. I don't know how this works. Is it people gifting me money or is it just because of views? If anybody gifted me money, shout out to everybody. I just don't know how this works. Honestly, I don't know shit. Oh, I'm pretty sure I've heard this. It released almost 2 weeks ago. This gives a bit more old. Old is a weird thing to say. This gives 2021, 2022 HOL. I love the drums. See, this time the sub could have a little bit more power, but just a little bit. In the other songs, he cranked the sub and you barely hear the bass. Now a bit more sub. But this is really weird. But the sound design is very good, but it gives old hole. I think there's a song that's called Disco Some. Oh, is that a clip? Oh, it's a clip. Okay, that's why it's bonus. Oh, I like that one. 7 out of 10. I'm giving a 6 because he tried to do something different. Mixdown was fine. I'm just not the biggest fan of it, but I like the intent of trying something different. This one gave old hole. It's not as good as before, but it gave a little bit of nostalgia in my brain, and I love the sound. The mixdown was good, and the flow was actually not the same as usual, so shout out to that. I'm giving this EP 6 out of 10. Not a bad EP. I expected it to be way worse, but it still, HOL does the same structure in a song. There's no variation. It's the same structure, and I feel like he's in the box. He's in the box, does the same thing in the DAW, just changes the flow sometimes, changes the sound design sometimes, but like almost all of the time, the sub is just way too loud, heavily distorted with some basses that sometimes you barely hear. But he changes the sound, changes the flow, but it's still the same, like you recognize it. You recognize the vibe, you know? So I think it lacks, you know, it lacks originality. It lacks storytelling. It just feels like music to be played on the main stage. Sadly. But hey, 6 out of 10 is not too bad. I wouldn't go back to this EP, but the Malfunction one was fire. I loved it. Big banger. And this one, I just had a bit more of underground vibe, which is why I think I liked it.